What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and we have an exciting little news story for you guys today, in that it seems like Penguin is confirmed for Gotham Knights. Now, confirmed in the way that we're about as close as we can get without them formally saying it. So I guess to clear the air, to make sure we're all on the same page, Warner Bros. Montreal, they didn't come out and say this, but if you go on IMDb and you go to the cast and crew of Gotham Knights, it has been updated, and the Penguin voice is now on there. And so we've actually talked about this before with characters in Hogwarts Legacy. It really seems to me like those things have kind of come true and those things have happened. So I do put a good, if you it depends on what you guys think of my opinion, right? If you care or not, but I do feel like when stuff like this specifically does happen, we are kind of on the money, okay? And you can see like Barbara Gordon, you have her actress, you have a tech thug, you have Alfred Pennyworth, you have Dick Grayson, you have Tim Drake, so you have the entire cast, and it goes more than that. But they've added Elias Toyfixes, and I don't know how to say his last name, so I'm just never gonna say it again. Elias is how I will speak of him so far. And this was spotted. I want to give credit where credit's due to our infamous friend James Sigfield over on Twitter. He said, according to IMDb, Elias Blank, who was in AC Odyssey as well as Deus Ex, will be voicing the Penguin in Gotham Knights. So in terms of the explanations, I kind of want to stop there because there's not too much more to say. But then the other side of things is, well, what does this mean? Like, how do we feel about it? Well, I mean, number one, it's definitely news. And news for this game is like Christmas Day. It literally only comes once a year. And so we have to cherish it no matter what, even if it's not, again, fully confirmed by them. So I will put a lot of stock into this. But, and the second thing, I'm not thrilled with seeing repeat villains that we've seen many times before. Now, Mr. Freeze has not been in that many games, okay? But Penguin has. And that's well, there's actually two parts of it. Number one, I actually prefer Nolan North as the Penguin. I love Nolan North just as an individual and as Nathan Drake, and I think he did a really, really good job as the Penguin. So I guess first observation is, if this is true, which it seems like it is, he's been recast, which, it's a different universe, so I guess that stuff is fair to happen. But I think a side villain like Penguin, why not just use the same voice actor over and over again? I mean, there's been rumors, but the rumors are very, very sketchy that if Joker is in this game, it'll be Troy Baker, who did obviously voice him in their last game in Arkham Origins. So I think when it comes to a villain, especially a side villain, not like the main villain of the game, I think you could get away very easily with just keeping a name or a person that just is synonymous with that character. So I don't love that it's been recast, but I'm not gonna, diss him immediately. I obviously want to hear it. But again, am I happy Penguin's in it? Sure. Like I would say with really any villain, it depends on how they do it. I think Penguin is one of the most overused villains in the Arkham games, and also just one of the least creative. He can't really do anything on his own, which is fair. In fact, many villains in the Batman world, or even you look at kind of like Joker, he really just lets everybody do things for him. Now, he is capable. Penguin, I would say, is even more like that, right? Where he's not almost capable at all. He really relies on thugs to do everything for him. And, it's just, I don't know. I've liked what they've done with him. I think it I guess gets us closer to like cooler settings, and not cool as in like the weather cool, although technically that would as well. Like the Iceberg Lounge and stuff. Those are really cool set pieces and just locations to kind of explore. So if we're looking at positives, I mean, again, he's a villain. Then we have villain number 2, and I guess Court of Owls would make it 3. That's exciting. I do love water and ice and anything related, like water parks, ice skating rinks, anything like that. I'm a really, really big fan of. So having Penguin in the game does get us very, very much closer to that. And again, I think seriously though, honestly, I do think it gives them, as I've said before, like for Joker, like if they put Joker in the game, anytime you're having these villains, whether we've seen them or not, one thing I'll give them is it's just a fresh slate no matter what. So yes, Penguin has been in so many games, and Mr. Freeze, we've seen before, but like what we've seen from Mr. Freeze in this game, very small, sample size, but it's different. It's just flat out different, and I give them credit for that, and I want to see that. I want these villains to be almost reimagined, right? Differently than what they imagined them in the past games. So for Penguin, same thing, different art style, maybe different, I don't know if like set of clothes, obviously he's going to look a certain kind of way, he's going to be dressed a certain kind of way, but tweaking things here and there. And then I guess mainly the thing I'm looking for is how they handle how he's going to do stuff. I mean, again, in the quest, basically, that's what it is, right? In the quest that we see them doing in the gameplay, you fight Mr. Freeze. So, like, will you fight Penguin, or will you fight, just his thugs, or like his number one thug as a boss? That'll be interesting, right? And then if you do fight as him, or you do fight him, then you get to kind of experiment with, well, how does he act? How does he fight? Does he have kind of weaponry that he can use? Like, what's that like? So again, that's the you have options there, and you can kind of do not whatever you want, but you can kind of do a lot more than I think you've done in the past, and that's what I'll be looking to. Because overall, again, it's exciting. I'm happy that this has happened. It's cool to kind of check mark another villain. However, we've talked about it. You're not going to have 30 villains in this game. You may have 6 to 10, maybe 10. I think we once talked about like 10 to 15, but say it's only like 10 max. You're checking these villains off, and it's like, okay, well, all these fan castings, or like the people that fans want in the game, your list starts to dwindle, right? Now you have Mr. Freeze and Penguin. That's 2. You expect Joker, most likely. So there's 3. Like, how many new villains do you want? How many repeat villains do you want? It's really a game of numbers, and that's actually exciting. Like, from a discussion point of view, and like making these videos, it is interesting and fun. But like, you do it so many times. So, I'm not thrilled with Penguin being in it. I would prefer, like, just a brand new villain that, and again, I don't really read comics almost at all. So there's plenty of villains I've never even seen before. I'd love to see some of them pop up. And I think we will see some. But again, for every reoccurring villain, that's one villain less that we're going to get. Maybe that's like a fan wants, right? So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Make sure, as always, you guys are subscribed to this channel. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. Obviously, if things like this happen, I will try my best to make a video almost immediately on it. If you guys want to follow me over on Twitter or subscribe to my second channel, we're closing in on milestones actually on both of those. So if you guys want to support us there, links are in the description, along with a link for Patreon and YouTube memberships. If you guys want to support us there, you get exclusive things back to you for supporting us. Okay, I wanted to give you guys something for giving us something. Thank you for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. I hope to see you all on the next video.